Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, if you haven't seen part 1, I would go check it out because I was covering the whole first part of the year. In this video, I'm going to be covering the second part of the year. So for the second part of the year, I didn't have much going on for the first couple months, but we got to this one point where just before COVID, the whole 8th grade boys, all of the 8th grade boys got accused of either sexual assault or sexual harassment, which you must be thinking, well, wow, these boys must have done something really, really bad if all of them got accused of that. Even if one of them got accused of it, they must have done something bad, right? No. We were actually falsely accused. All of us were falsely accused. The only thing that happened was one boy decided to use a balloon and make it look like his thing for about 5 seconds, and a teacher saw him, so then he got in trouble for it. And you also might be thinking, well, how does this go along with the whole leftists are teaching your kids thing? Well, it's because this is exactly how the leftists would respond. In fact, I would go as far as to call those teachers leftists as well. They would respond to the situation in the same way. They would make up lies about boys, which they do a lot, such as toxic masculinity, and they accuse a lot of boys of misogynistic ideas or something like that, which I don't even completely understand. But it just shows you how they handle it the same way, and a lot of these teachers handle situations the same way that leftists would, probably because they are leftists themselves, or at least they appeal to the leftist narrative. So we were also accused of looking at girls' breasts while talking to them and purposefully dropping things on the ground and telling girls to bend over and pick them up, which is ridiculous. And I can't even imagine, no matter what school, I can't even imagine a kid actually doing that on purpose for some reason, for any reason. That is just such a crazy thing, especially to falsely accuse someone of. To accuse them of doing any of that stuff is wrong as well. It's just completely wrong, and I can't believe some adults did that. Teachers, our own teachers, decided to accuse all of us of that. I too was accused of it, and when my dad found out, he got an email from the middle school director, and he was like, "What? That's just insane. You got accused of something like that? Did that actually happen?" And I was like, no way. I can't even imagine doing something like that ever. And he and I talked about it, and we both came to the conclusion that the middle school director was lying about what I did, because he had something against me personally throughout many times throughout the year. He had something against me for some reason, and it seems as if a lot of these teachers are very childish people that will try to get back at their own students in certain ways, especially accusing them of something like sexual assault or sexual harassment is absolutely wrong. And it's funny because they call themselves heroes. They're the heroes. They're the ones raising our kids for the future. No. You're the ones calling our kids felons. These teachers are the ones calling their own kids, accusing the kids in the schools of sexual assault and sexual harassment, falsely accusing them of that. But they're the heroes, I guess. So my dad decided to email him, the middle school director, and we never heard from him again. That whole thing just went out into, it just faded away. It just faded away because they knew that they had lied and they had done something wrong. And I was actually very disappointed in many of my teachers, because one of the very good teachers, a math teacher, was also going along with it, which I just thought was insane, because she is generally a very reasonable and good person, but that was a very wrong thing to do, which, I mean, of course there could have been other reasons as to why, but it's just on the surface level, knowing just what I knew, it seemed very wrong of her to do something like that, and very unusual for her to go along with that, as she was a very good teacher and a good person as well. Of course, all the other 8th grade teachers, who are pieces of crap, were all accusing us of this, and they had no problem with doing it. Not a problem at all. They loved it, in fact. They wanted to do something like that, which I guess I'm putting words into their mouth or assuming what they were thinking, but it's just such an evil thing to accuse someone of that I can't imagine someone doing that and not feeling some strange way about it. But the last thing that happened that year was with COVID, where the language arts teacher told us not to be xenophobic. That was the whole time period where Trump decided to have travel restrictions from China, but everyone was calling him xenophobic. So yeah, pretty crazy, huh? But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn notifications on. Go check out these 2 videos you see right now up on screen. Thank you guys so much for watching.